Here from the Connersville soccer field, my name is Ronnie Wiley, in for my my color guys, Nathan Shaw. Nathan, how are you, sir?
I'm good. What about you, Ron?
Doing well as we just started the game here with Connersville taking on Centerville in soccer. Connersville is 2-2 on the season. Centerville, not sure what their record is so far. They didn't even have a lineup for us, so not sure who the players are. We'll be calling them as the game goes. Of course, soccer has played two 40-minute halves.
So far, Connersville started with an 0-2 record, and then they came back, won two more games. They had a pretty solid start, let up some easy goals, but now their mentality is starting to get back to where it's supposed to be.
So looking for their third straight victory this year as the Connersville Spartans, and they are putting pressure on the end. Score right away.
Goal from Brayson McQueen.
Nice attack from the Spartans. See it on the replay right here again, right away as we just got at the, not even the minute mark through the game, 39:05 on the clock to go. And Connersville puts up the first goal. It's got to make the team feel good.
Yeah. This season, Cole Martin's taken a little bit of a leadership role. He bought a ball, and with the ball, they all wrote their names. I think it was either names or a player they looked up to. And every game, they do a prayer, they huddle up, and they walk off with that ball and show it up to the crowd. So that's been a great thing that the Spartans have started this year.
That's very nice. Centerville on the attack, getting the ball for the first time in their territory, or in the Spartan territory. There's a kick on goal, easily picked up there by Judd. Eli Judd's a junior, one of the leaders on the team. You mentioned Cole Martin, he's a junior as well, number 27.
If I'm not wrong, I also believe he is the leading scorer of the team this year.
Cole Martin?
Yeah.
All right. Nice play there from number 27. Another attack on goal there from Brayson McQueen.
Takes a shot.
Ooh, nice stop there from Centerville's goalie. And that's Trey Ryder. He's a junior.
Yeah, corner kick from Connersville.
Let's try to bend it like Beckham, right? That's what they want to do. And easily picked up there from Ryder from Centerville. Nice header there from number 18 for
Caleb Smith.
The Spartans, and it goes out of bounds, going to be Centerville ball. Spartans again on a 2-game winning streak, lost the first 2 games of the season. As you mentioned, Nathan, they are starting to feel pretty good.
Yeah, their mentality is starting to get back in place. Defensive effort has picked up a lot this season so far. Caleb Smith has took a huge step up since last season.
Here's Brayson McQueen again. On the attack, Riley Smith with a shot on goal. It was easily defended. Spartans early on putting pressure, scored with 55 seconds, 39:05 left on the clock. In 55 seconds they scored. They're up 1-0. Here's a free kick from Centerville. Not a good kick at all as the Spartans attack. Another kick that didn't go quite as well as Centerville probably had hoped. Nice move there.
Deacon Preck has been very good this season. Taking a huge step up as well, along with all the other juniors.
Yeah, this is a young team. Looks like they only have 2 seniors on the team, littered with...
Well, 3 actually.
3? Oh, yes, I do see 3 now. Yes, Brayson McQueen, Trevor Young, and...
Centerville throwing right here.
Wes Hudson. Nice throw up.
Austin Angeles will have the ball.
That Kick on goal, just a little too high on that. Spartans again putting a lot of pressure on the goalie of Centerville, keeping the ball on their side of the field.
Yeah, the Spartans this year are very offensive focused. Every year they come off with the offense as the focus.
Nice. That's going to be Connor, so a ball kicked away from number 12 of Centerville. Connersville again on their side of the field over to Riley Smith. Again, very impressed with the dribbling of the Spartans. Kick on goal, a little too high there. It seems like the Spartans are able to make a shot every 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah, as I said, they're very offensive driven. A lot of the wings know how to look for the run, which is really good about Brayson and Riley. They both primary play wing.
Another shot on goal, good. Nice. Can't tell what number he was. Number 27, Cole Martin. He talked about his leadership and showing on that right there. Nice. Nice there from Cole Martin. 2-0, and we're not even 5 full minutes into this game. You know, again, I'm sure, Nathan, you got to feel good as if you're Mike Bottomley that the pressure that the Spartans are putting on Centerville.
Yeah, one thing he preaches is offense, like how I've mentioned before, but this is definitely some of the best offense we've seen this year from the Spartans.
Centerville just really having just that one shot on goal that really, I don't know if you technically can call that a shot on goal, but they haven't had any offense at all. Maybe seconds of the whole game has been, and that's
a foul from 21.
Yeah, that was clear.
Yeah, another good thing about the Spartans this year is they're able to stick it to the fouls. So really good because, I mean, someone's fouling them, they know how to keep it a little bit. They know how to keep their cool with it.
Yeah, that was a clear foul right there. I mean, that was a shove. I'm surprised there wasn't a yellow card at least, or a red. I mean, that was not good. Yeah, and that shows frustration on Centerville's part to push Angeles down like that so early into this ball game. Again, the pressure that the Spartans are putting on Centerville. If they don't right the ship, it's going to be a very long night for them, a very quick night for the Spartans.
This season's been kind of how we've been talking about leadership so far. It's been kind of co-leadership with the juniors because
we will have a ticket taker come around and collect $5 from each fan.
There's a lot of juniors this season, more than there are seniors, so they've been kind of taking co-leadership between all of them.
To the ticket taker and enjoy the game.
From our angle, it looked like that might have went in, but it went on the other side. And I tell you, McQueen there, when he saw that ball coming his way, his eyes undoubtedly got huge as he saw an opening there. But the Centerville defender came in just in the nick of time to deflect the ball away and prevent the Spartans from scoring their third goal.
Deacon Pratt will be taking the corner kick. Corner kicks have been widely worked on this season by the Spartans. About after every single practice, they've been working on corner kicks, and they've undoubtedly been getting better.
And out of bounds. And that's probably an art that needs to be practiced a whole lot.
Yeah, when you have the opportunity to score, you need to be able to convert it.
And it's not a matter of just trying to get the ball in, bend it like Beckham where it goes in on that corner kick. It's about setting it up with your offense.
I believe Dakota Preck and Lane Duncan came onto the field as substitutes for Riley Smith and Trevor Young.
Riley Smith, one of the he is the only junior or only sophomore on the starting lineup for the Spartans. Of course, Riley had a broken leg last year and was able to come back and resume his sporting activities. That's going to be Spartan ball. You know, again, the pressure that the Spartans have put on Centerville, and we're at almost 30 minutes to go in this game, and all but a couple of seconds have been so far put pressure on. Ooh, I thought that was going in. That was a nice. There's another one. That is in. I don't know who caught that one, but
Grant Rose.
Grant Rose.
Yeah, he's been working on that this season with his headers. That's why we've been working on corner kicks a lot this year. Spartans have, so Grant Rose has taken the opportunity to go in and get a few shots off with the header.
Wow, right at 30 minutes. 10 minutes have elapsed so far in this game. The Spartans have put up 3 goals. And again, Centerville not showing any offense at all. And Centerville coach has to just not like what he's seeing so far, as that almost looks like that would hurt, getting headed like that. Going out to
Lane Duncan.
Yeah. And he was thrown down.
Speed this year with the Spartans has been really good, along with many other attributes. Speed is definitely one of the highest up there.
Yeah, the most boring guy on the field right now has to be Ethan Judd, as he's sitting back there, has the sun in his eyes. But thankfully, that's not a factor so far, as Centerville, again, has not been able to get any pressure on the Spartan defense, and that's just a little bit outside.
The good thing about Eli Judd is
I'm calling him Ethan. That's Eli.
Eli, yeah.
Wrong Judd.
The good thing about Eli is he's able to take his opportunity back there when the ball's not up there. He does take his leadership role and helps find the man wide open. Snatchback by Deacon Prack has been really well this season as well.
Yeah, the Spartans definitely look a whole lot better than they did on last year's game that they won. But this team looks so much more together. They look so much more in sync.
Yeah, the Spartans, they have 2 sets of twins, actually. Deacon and Dakota Prack and Lane and Brock Duncan all playing varsity. So that definitely helps the chemistry, but times you can see where that interferes.
Yeah. And again, if you're Coach Mike Bottomley, you're liking them gel after that 0-2 start, which could have really put a damper on the season that they had hoped would turn out the way it's turning out now. Nicely defended by the Spartan.
Be a throw-in by Centerville.
Yeah, again, one of the rare times that the Bulldogs have been putting pressure on the Spartans. And the Spartans are about to clear it out.
It'll be a throw-in for Centerville right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Spartans, again, this is the most that they have felt the pressure from Centerville. And just as we say that, it gets cleared out from the Spartans, as here comes Angeles.
Deacon Prack out here. Deacon 15 just sent it to his brother 12, so that's where
they know how to do it. Yeah. They got that. Tell them they know what's going on. Yeah, you got to like chemistry like that. It's something that, and there's another goal. I mean, and that was one of those shots that, just put your foot out there and deflect it. And that looked like it was Martin's second goal. As you see him just put his foot out there, and it deflected right into the goal. The Spartans now up 4-0 on the Centerville Bulldogs. 26 minutes to go in this ball game. 26-33 it looks like.
Yeah. Luke Garrison and Cooper Kenny have substituted. Cooper Kenny along with Cody Naylor are the only freshmen that are getting to play JV this year, which is really good that they're able to take the step up.
And a game like this, I'm sure we'll probably maybe see some freshmen, some kids that don't get any playing time on varsity much get a lot. You know, Eli Judd again.
It's close to a throw-in for Cars right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure after a while they're going to start calling for nets around the field so they can get the ball. But boy, they really get that out pretty quickly, though. Get the other ball out, ready to go. Nice kick there from Judd. Again, the Spartans on the attack. And stolen by Centerville. Wow, that about took one of our players' head off right there. And we got a whistle.
Yeah, two of the defenders on the left back side, Grant and Brock Rose, they're also cousins.
So a lot of family involved.
Yeah. Which a lot of them play club soccer for Columbus Express with each other, along with Prack twins and Grant.
Ooh, nice. Another shot, just a little too high. Again, Spartans on the attack. You know, for the majority of this ball game, you know, as a coach, Nathan, 4-0 Spartans. Yeah, it's something you got to be feeling good, obviously, as a coach. But do you at what point of the game? I know we've still got a whole half and 24 minutes to go. But do you start doing a lot of subbing this early in the game?
Usually subbing would come in about closer to 15 minutes left, which it's only about 2 subs at a time to keep it balanced and give everyone their time. But also, you gotta, as a coach, you gotta know what's best for the team. Yeah, coaching, subbing doesn't come in immensely until about less than 20 minutes.
Free kick. And that's another goal.
Cole Martin.
Very easy goal there from Cole. You talk about bend it like Beckham. That bended it like Cole, and that was a nice shot. 5-0 lead. The Spartans on top against Centerville. With a little under 24 minutes to go in this contest, in this first. Of course, for Centerville, they're hoping that they can get some offense going before the intermission for the halftime. And again, that's got to really take your psyche away that they've given up 5 goals this early.
17 right there, Cooper Kenny, he had the ball up. He's been, with practices recently, he's taken a huge step up, improved his game a lot. He's definitely in a spot in varsity.
Yeah, he's a freshman, which is good news for Mike Bottomley to get him in this game this early and get some playing time.
Yeah, there's a lot of young talent coming up within the next few years. Next year, it's a huge class of freshmen that'll be coming up with a lot of talented players. So, as a coach, they'd be looking forward to that.
And here we go, the throw in. And Spartan still on the attack. And again, the ball handling from the Spartans have been very, very good today so far. Again, another, that's going to go, oh, yeah.
Corner's little throw.
Here we go, another.
See a lot of these players with really good form on their throw-ins, able to throw very far. And a lot of that's because of the form and not because of strength. So
Nice stop there from the Centerville goalie. Just got the tip of his fingertips on that one, or it was going to be 6-0.
Connors will throw again.
Yeah, that was a nice collision there from the Spartan and the Centerville. And we got a whistle.
Substitute.
Oh, substitute.
Be Cody Naylor coming in, another freshman coming in for Deacon Pratt.
Spartans up 5-0, 21:59 to go here in the first quarter on TB3's Game of the Week Boys Soccer here from the Spartan soccer field. Spartans on a 2-game winning streak, hope to make it 3. The way things are going, it looks like it may be 3, but again, we've seen crazy things happen.
Austin Angeles with a good cross then, Lane Duncan.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was him or Riley Smith. They got similar hair, except that looks like Lane's is a little bit longer than Riley's. Ooh, almost a header in, off just a little bit. And haven't kept track of how many shots on goal the Spartans have had, but it's a whole lot more than Centerville.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a mercy rule in soccer?
Yeah, it's usually strange. Usually you'd have the goalkeeper taking the goal kick, but it looks like they're having their defense, number 17, take it for them. Austin Angeles is laying on the ground.
Yeah, he got tangled up there with one of the Centerville defenders and almost took a shot to the face. Thankfully, did not. And now we have a kick.
I believe this will be indirect or direct kick for Centerville.
Centerville, again, one of the rare times that they are in pursuit of the Spartan goal, putting a little bit of pressure on the Spartan. Says that's going to, looks like that's going to.
Goal kick.
Yeah.
That's a very hard call to make as a ref whenever it's that close between the two opponents.
Well, being a Spartan fan, we're glad that he made the call for the Spartans. Ooh, nice dribbling there from Nice. As McQueen, who already has a goal tonight.
Saw Cody. Yeah, you saw Naylor get up there for the cross out from Lane Duncan, ready for the header. You throw in for Centerville.
Centerville, again, not being able to do anything offensively. And the Spartans, you know, again, putting so much pressure on them. And if there's not a mercy rule, there probably should be at some point.
Nice clearance from Grant Rose.
If you're the Centerville coach, Nathan, what do you want to see happen between now and halftime?
As their coach, I definitely talk about defensive effort. That's definitely where the weakness is right now. Even though a lot of it seems like it would be offense, they're not getting up the field to them. That's the problem with defense. So as long as the defense is improving their defensive effort, pushing them outside, I believe they'd be able to advance the ball up easier and hopefully make it a closer game, or if not closer, at least more competitive. Because right now it looks like it's just Spartans are taking full control of the game.
Yeah, they just seem like they're 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of Centerville.
Yeah. Chemistry is, you can tell the chemistry is there, better than Centerville too. There's a lot of things you hear on the field, is a lot of discussion between the players, sometimes not always clean with whether or not they're doing the right thing, and can be very frustrated between other teams.
So nice. I was going to say Spartans were, you know, setting up a shot there, but Nicely defended by Centerville. You talked about the defense from Centerville right there. It was a nice defensive stand.
Yeah, like I said, key to defense is keep him outside and standing your position, which Coach Andrew Stein, assistant coach, he takes a help a lot with the defense, along with all the coaches.
Yeah, Andrew, for the Spartan basketball team, was a defensive stalwart. I remember watching him shut down guys much bigger than him. So
yeah, I believe also this year he'll be the freshman coach for basketball.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, that I was going to say it was not a good pass, but luckily it.
Hopefully Grant Rose will. That was a nice move by Grant.
Yeah, that was very good.
It's like a cross from Cooper Kenny.
Yeah, just a little.
He was looking to get lane open, which he did, just didn't get the ball to where it wanted to be.
Spartans got to be feeling good coming up on 16 minutes ago in this first half. Everything's just gone their way.
Yeah, to take a 5-0 lead within 30 or 24 minutes is very impressive.
Amazing. And they've scored so many different ways.
Yeah.
With a header, with a deflection.
Yeah, they've been able to find the man wide open, which is really good for them. That's the key to the game, is looking for that next pass.
See the input right there in the middle of the blue?
And we got another substitution.
I'll be Luke Garrison in for Grant Rose. That'll be the first time we see Grant Rose getting taken out this game.
Yeah, he deserves a nice rest, nice handling of the ball.
You got any strange names pronouncing? Will you get any chocolate players sooner? Cecilia, Dixon,
You know, you mentioned earlier, Nathan, you mentioned about Centerville's offense would improve if their defense was much better. You know, it's hard to get on your offense when you're on your heels.
Yeah. With the offense, you notice how they're having to come back a lot. Which,
right.
I mean, it's always good to have the extra help back there, but defense definitely needs to be one step ahead to be able to make this more competitive between the offense and defense between Cartersville and Centerville. Which, I mean, it's very hard with this Spartan team this year. The speed is very great.
2 losses from the Spartans were by who?
Do what?
Who were the 2 losses this year?
Oh, I believe it was East Central and I can't remember who the first one was. I know it was East Central and they were both conference teams, so I'll have to try to remember that if you. Yeah, it's very tough when you're. Oh, it was Lawrenceburg. Yeah, both conference teams that were ranked very highly. I believe Lawrenceburg was ranked number 1.
In the state?
Just in the conference.
Yeah. Now we got a little bit of pressure. I mean, that's good defense from the Spartans to stop that right there.
Number 9 was.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't. Yeah, I was going to say there should have been a call there, and there was one. That's going to be
a direct kick from Centerville.
Yeah, it looked like the dribbling was what caused the what was that, be overguarding? What would they call that?
Just a foul with, because you could see where he moved his arm up, so it would just be a deliberate foul. Just the defensive mids. Oh, just hit crossbar.
Yeah, that's the closest that Centerville has made Eli Judd work right there, made him jump up. Crossbar caught that one. You know, again, down 5-0, getting so close right there. Got to take your wind out of your sails right there if you're Centerville.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate to see that happen with crossbar. That's definitely got to be very sad for the team.
Oh, sure. But if you're a Spartan, you love it.
Yeah. I can imagine on the team right now just.
Yeah, Another.
I called to keep it on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a problem with throw-ins. If you're tossing up to the players, they like to, because they could be throwing that in any time, and if they see a player kicking it up, they won't know for sure.
Right.
Yeah, throwing for
Yeah, I
cars.
was gonna say that definitely counters this ball right there.
They'll be substituting, I believe, Trevor Young, Cole Martin, Deacon Preck, and Riley Smith.
You know, 4 fresh Spartans coming in.
Caleb Smith has a very good throw, and he's very strong, and he also has good form, so he's able to get the ball farther than most are on the team.
Spartans on the attack, and
That was a good shot by Deacon Preck.
yeah, nice easy stop for once for Centerville, and that was a nice. Almost
Yeah,
hit
Brock
one of the guys
Duncan.
in the face.
He'll be taking up the field for the Spartans.
Oh, nice speed, nice moves. He's going to go shut on. No, nice stop there from. Wow,
With him being left outside back, that's very well that he's able to take that up the field. Because usually as defense, your liability is to be able to stay back there and